Good evening, everyone, from modern Woodman Field here in the Central Valley. We're coming to you live from Modesto, California, as your defending Pioneer League champion Oakland Ballers get set for Game 2 of this three-game road series against the Modesto Roadsters. It's your Ballers against the Roadsters, with Oakland winning in thrilling fashion last night. As we welcome you to the Ballers pregame show. My name is Gareth Kwok. Thanks for tuning in, whether you are listening on our YouTube channel or through the Home Team Network. Well, the Ballers have won three games over the last week, and all three of them have been in thrilling fashion. And it has ended with a common theme, and that has been Tremaine Cobb homering, as he did it again yesterday in knockout round fashion. The Ballers overcame a three-run ninth-inning deficit to tie the score with 2 outs thanks to a wild pitch from Cooper Garrison that scored Isai Santos from third base. Matthew Maloney, the right-hander, loaded the bases with 1 out but escaped the jam, and it forced a knockout round tiebreaker for the second time in as many weeks. And Tremaine Cobb, who's been late-game Tremaine in these knockout rounds, came up a little bit short in the very first one of the year, delivered in the second one against Long Beach, and he delivered once again here at the very pitcher-friendly, at least in the Pioneer League standards, modern Woodman Field, where it is 393 to left center field. He was not phased, and he muscled 5 homers out of here with 4 to left and 1 to right center, and it was more than enough to take down Tyler Williams of Modesto, who hit just 2 home runs. And I mean, all things considered, with how deep this park is and with how high the wall is, about a 15 to 20 foot high wall, 2 home runs is not bad. But Tremaine Cobb with an otherworldly performance, hitting 5 home runs, and the Ballers able to avoid what would have been a third consecutive loss. Oakland led by as many as 5 runs through 2.5 innings, thanks to 6 consecutive base hits against the starter, Jonah Jenkins. C.J. Blowers, the starting lefty for Oakland, threw another quality start with 6 innings of 2-run baseball and 5 strikeouts. But Modesto took the lead in the 7th with 5 runs of their own. Oakland's resiliency came through in the 9th with the 3 runs across on 3 hits, forcing the game into a knockout tiebreaker. The final score yesterday was 8-8, and Oakland has won the first game of the series and a look to take the series with a victory tonight. Our Two Pitchers Brewing pitching matchup, it's sponsored by our friends at Two Pitchers Brewing. For Oakland, it is the right-hander Aiden Rissy who gets to start for the Ballers, and he will face the right-hander Devin Hernandez, who's been off to a very nice start to his professional career. Rissy versus Hernandez, but when we come back here on the Ballers pregame show, we caught up with the hero from last night, Tremaine Cobb. We talk about the knockout round home run derby win. He's won the last 2 knockout rounds for the Ballers. We get his thoughts when the Ballers pregame show rolls on here on Ballers Radio. Welcome back to the Ballers pregame show. Gareth Kwok alongside Ballers shortstop Tremaine Cobb, who hit 5 home runs in the knockout win for the Ballers over the Roadsters. Tremaine, there's been a common theme to the last 3 Ballers wins, and that's you deciding the game with a home run. What's it about these late game situations where you just seem to perform well in?
They're all just another ABs or just the knockout rounds, just another day. I don't feel really any pressure when it comes to situations. I feel like I've been in a lot of these situations before, and I'm not really afraid to fail. So there's not really any pressure. So I'm just happy to have been able to come through these past couple of games.
5 home runs in the knockout round yesterday with James throwing you the pitches. Take us through the 5 and how it all was put together.
James throws his BP every day, so he knows where I like it in the zone. And once he puts it there, it's just up to me to come through and make the swing. And so I've been able to do that in the past 2 knockout rounds. So, hopefully we don't get to any more knockout rounds, but if there is one, hopefully I can keep coming through.
Well, did the stadium at all impact the approach? Obviously, this is a much pitcher-friendly ballpark, one of the more pitcher-friendly ballparks in the California League when it used to be affiliated. But did that at all play into your approach, or did you just try to stay the same?
Not really. Like I said, I really don't think a lot of parks can hold me in BP. It's just a matter of fact of me getting a good pitch that James throws and me taking a good swing. And then if I take a good swing on it, I think it has a good chance to go over.
What have you learned in your time doing these knockout rounds from the very first one that you did till now?
Just got to stay relaxed. You have 2 minutes. Don't need to rush or anything. Make sure you get a good pitch to hit. And if you do, you can't miss it. You only get 5 outs or the 2 minutes. So just make sure I stay relaxed and not try to swing at every pitch.
Friday was a fun one back at Ramondi Park. 2-homer game for you, your first in a Ballers uniform, and you had the walk-off 3-run shot. What do you just remember about that night and being able to put together that type of performance?
A good night. I was able to get some good pitches and take some good swings. I felt really comfortable at the plate, and then I was just happy to come through for my team.
The defense has been strong once again. Has that been something where you've been able to improve in and just and keep up the good work with?
And I've always been a defensive guy. I played short most of my life. That's been one of my better assets. So I'm just happy that I've been able to just build on that every year and become better in the infield and be the captain of the infield at shortstop.
Is there a shortstop out there that you like to watch when you were growing up, working on your defense?
I'm a Yankees fan, so Jeter and Andrelton Simmons, when he was with the Braves, he was another guy I really liked to watch growing up.
Would you rather make a barehanded play charging in, or would you rather make a deep play in the hole like Jeter? Because I know both of them had their different styles, different plays.
Probably a deep play in the hole so I can show off my arm.
Show off the cannon.
Yeah.
Tremaine Cobb is our guest here on the Ballers pregame show. Hey, it was a cool moment last week. You got to read to the kids at the West Oakland Library. How about that experience getting to read to the kids?
It was good. I got to do that last year. It's always good to give back to the community. It's always good to put smiles on kids' faces. So hopefully if I ever have any more community service to do, I'll be able to make an impact in the Oakland community.
Tremaine, thanks for the time and best of luck tonight.
Go Ballers.
That's Tremaine Cobb with us here on the Ballers pregame show. Back after this here on Ballers Radio. Back here in Modesto, we're just a few minutes away from first pitch between your Ballers and the Roadsters. Let's take a listen in to tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets ringing, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow, a booming performance of tonight's national anthem. It felt like I was at the local opera house there. Very nicely done from the gentleman wearing the black bow tie behind home plate. And without further ado, it is time for Oakland Ballers Baseball. You're listening to this presentation of Oakland Ballers Baseball on Ballers Radio and on the Home Team Network. My name's Gareth Kwok. Let's take a look at the Oakland starting lineup. It is presented by Rubenstein as the Roadsters have taken the field. For Aaron Miles, this is his starting lineup. Tremaine Cobb leads off and is at shortstop. Isai Santos, the right fielder, hits second. Jake Allgaier, the third baseman, bats third. Jaden Calora, the catcher, hits fourth. Jeter Ibarra is the first baseman, batting fifth. Cam Buford is a DH, batting sixth. The same six hitters as it was yesterday. Davis Druick is bumped up one spot. He hits now seventh and is in left field. Brendan O'Sullivan, the second baseman, makes his second start as a pro. He bats eighth and is at second base. And TJ McKenzie, the center fielder, bats ninth. Once again, that's Cobb, Santos, Allgaier, Calora, Ibarra, Buford, Druick, O'Sullivan, and McKenzie for Oakland. For Modesto, this is how they align defensively. Kingston Liniak in left. Tyler Williams in center. And Justin Boyd's in right. On the infield, Max Handren at third base. Jacob Lajiski at shortstop. B.Y. Choi at second. Bryce Cannon at first. And behind the plate doing the catching is Hayden Dunhurst. For tonight's starting right-hander for the Roadsters, the 22-year-old from Pasco, Washington, Devin Hernandez, who makes his fourth start of the year. He is a rookie, stands at 6 feet tall, 180 pounds, from Cal State San Bernardino, which is the same school that C.J. Blowers pitched at in college. And he will face Oakland for the first time this season as Tremaine Cobb digs in the righty box. Hernandez works from the stretch, and the first pitch of the ball game is whacked on the ground, foul down the third base line for strike one. First pitch thrown at 7:13 p.m. local time here in the Central Valley. Ballers looking for the series victory here on the road in Modesto after winning yesterday in the knockout round. Thanks to this man at the plate. Cobb takes a breaking ball high for ball one. His 5 home runs here at this pitcher-friendly modern Woodman Field, more than enough to defeat Tyler Williams' 2 for the Roadsters. 1-1. Cobb stares at a fastball on the outside for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Our umpires for today: Scott Jones is behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Tim O'Day is at first base, and Neil Turner is at third. The 1-2 to Cobb is rolled softly to short. Lejeski, the shortstop, fields knee high and throws to first to get Cobb by a step. 1 out. That's how this game gets started. The Ballers come into this game with a record of 14-17. They are 6-7 on the road. A win today would mark their second consecutive road series win after they took 4 of 6 in Missoula a couple weeks ago. Isai Santos stands in the lefty box, and the first pitch from Hernandez is a fastball outside for ball 1. Modesto is 18-13, still in position to contend for a playoff spot for the first half. Hernandez from the stretch deals, and Santos looks at ball 2 just off the outside. Modesto 18-13, 12-4 here at home. So yesterday was just the 4th home loss from the Roadsters this season. 2-0. Santos takes a strike, a low strike with the fastball. It's 2-1 on Isai, who's hitting .286 with 7 home runs and 27 runs batted in. He tied the game in the 9th after scoring on a wild pitch. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball middle in. It's 2-2. On the first pitch, fastball that glanced off the glove of the catcher Owen from Cooper Garrison. Isai, without hesitation, broke for the plate and scored standing up. And without his run, well, without a lot of factors, but without his tying run, we don't play the tiebreaker yesterday. This is fouled back into the screen on the 2-2 fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A total team effort to come from behind down 3 runs, tie the score in the 9th, keep Modesto off the scoreboard in the 9th, and prevent them from winning the game. 2-2 is swung on a miss. The ball skips past Dunhurst, rolls to the warning track. He throws, and it's not in time as the ball skips underneath the glove of Cannon, the first baseman, and it's backed up by Choi, the second baseman. It'll be a strikeout swinging for Hernandez, and then a wild pitch that allows Santos to reach first. So 1 out, man on first for Jake Allgaier. The switch hitting third baseman batting .342, 8 home runs, 32 runs batted in for Jake. First pitch is sent foul off to the left for strike 1. Hernandez, in his rookie season, he was just signed by the Roadsters not too long ago, the beginning of this month, after completing his college career at Cal State San Bernardino. 0-1. Changeup misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cal State San Bernardino is a Division II school, and Hernandez had a solid campaign for his school this past year. All CCAA honorable mention selection. The 1-1 is a breaking ball outside, 2 balls and a strike. He led the team in strikeouts. He was second on the team in innings pitched. Struck out 91 batters in 85 innings at Cal State San Bernardino. The 2-1. Allgaier hits a deep fly ball to left center field. Williams sprints back. He's at the warning track, and that ball is gone. Jake Allgaier takes one to the deep part of modern Woodman Field to the left of the batter's eye. And Oakland holds a 2-0 lead, 3 batters in on his 9th home run of the year. He got a fastball right down the middle, drove it to the left of the batter's eye, just in between the pitch clock. 429 feet. And that is the 70th Ballers home run this season as part of our Sonic home run tracker. Here's the first pitch to Clora. It's grounded to second. Choi throws from the outfield grass, and Clora is retired. 2 outs for Jeter Ibarra.
Coming to the plate, number 16, Jeter Ibarra.
All right, this is not an easy place to hit home runs. There is a bit of a breeze blowing out towards left center, so it certainly helps, but it's 400 to straightaway center field, plus the wall is about 15 to 20 feet high. First pitch to Ibarra is a changeup on the outside called a strike, and it's 0-1. So 2-0 Oakland. Jake Allgaier strikes with a 2-run home run to left center. That goes 428 feet. 0-1 from Hernandez. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hernandez pitched masterfully on Thursday against Yuba Sutter in his most recent start. 8 shutout innings, just 2 hits and 1 walk allowed, and he struck out 8. Here's a changeup that clips a low outside corner for strike 2, but Ibarra wants.
Oakland challenging the call. The call has been overturned to a ball.
The pitch was low, below the knees, so the call overturned. 2 balls and a strike on Ibarra. The Pioneer League's home run leader with 15 home runs, 39 runs batted in. The pitch. Fastball is outside, and it's 3-1. Ibarra 1 for 5 yesterday with an 8th inning double to left center field. Ballers hold a 2-0 lead. 2 outs, base is empty in the first. The pitch is lined over the leaping second baseman Choi in the right. So Ibarra gets a 3-1 breaking ball, was a little bit out in front, but still got enough barrel on the ball to loop it in the shallow right field for a 2-out single.
Number 21, Cam Buford.
Up to the plate comes Cam Buford. It took the Ballers until the 3rd to score their first runs of the game yesterday, albeit it was a 5-run 3rd. First pitch to Cam. He takes a slider at the knees for a strike. 0-1. 8 runs on 12 hits for Oakland yesterday. No balls and a strike. Hernandez comes home, and Buford swings and misses at a slider. 0-2. Buford hitting .298, 5 home runs, 20 runs batted in. He was 0 for 3 yesterday with a walk. Hernandez comes home. Buford strikes out swinging on an inside fastball, and the inning is over. Ballers strike first on this Wednesday. A 2-run home run from Jake Allgaier makes it 2-0 Ballers as we head to the bottom of the first. And when we come back, Aiden Rizzi takes the mound for Oakland when we return here on Ballers Radio. 2-0 Oakland, bottom of the first. Here is the starting lineup for Modesto and for manager JT Snow, presented by Rubenstein. Osiris Johnson is the DH. He leads off. Tyler Williams, the center fielder, bats second. Max Hendren came off the bench yesterday. He starts and is at third base, batting third. Kingston Liniak, the left fielder, hits fourth. Jacob Lajiski, the shortstop, hits fifth. Bryce Cannon, the first baseman, bats sixth. Justin Boyd is in right field, batting seventh. Hayden Dunhurst, the catcher, hits eighth. And B.Y. Choi, the second baseman, bats ninth. Aiden Rissy, the right-hander, takes the mound for Oakland. The former San Francisco Don faces the Alameda, California native, Osiris Johnson. And the first pitch fastball is a bit high for ball one. Rissy making his seventh start of the season. An ERA of 7.58 in 29 2/3 innings as Johnson fouls a breaking ball off to the right for strike one. 1-1 the count. Rissy has struck out 17 batters, has walked 20. From the windup 1-1, Johnson skies one high on the infield for the first baseman Ibarra. No, the second baseman O'Sullivan takes charge and makes the catch for the first out. Rissy is coming off a tough start against Long Beach last Thursday. He gave up a season-high 8 runs and a season-high 11 hits in 4 1/3 innings pitched. Here is Tyler Williams, who takes ball one high with a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Rissy walked 3, struck out 2, did give up a couple of home runs. 1-0. Swing and a miss on a good sweeper. 1-1. He's 24 years old, 6'3", 195 pounds, originally from La Jolla, California. 1-1. Fastball high, 2 balls and a strike. And the Ballers acquired Rissy in a trade with the New York Boulders of the Frontier League back in December. 2-1. Williams hits a ground ball to first, and Ibarra stays down on it and takes it to the bag, steps on it for the second out. 2 outs for Max Hendren. 2-0 Ballers our score. Hendren originally had the day off. He was not in the starting lineup for JT Snow yesterday before he was summoned off the bench as a pinch hitter. First pitch to the lefty is a fastball up and away, ball one. And the home run power displayed again from Hendren yesterday as he hit an 8th inning solo homer off the left-hander Dylan Delvecchio. Pitch to Hendren is nubbed off the end of his bat. It's collected by Allgaier, who juggles the baseball and then shows off the arm and throws out Hendren by a step to end the inning. A little bit of side spin did not phase Allgaier there, who stayed with it and makes a play. 1-2-3 first for Rissy sends us to the top of the second. It's Oakland 2, Modesto nothing here on Ballers Radio. Top of the second inning. Ballers ahead 2-0 on the Roadsters. Time now for our Caltrans keys to the game, and my two keys for tonight for Oakland if they want to win back-to-back games. Number one is maintain momentum. This is an awfully similar start to last week. A thrilling win on a Tuesday night to start the week, but Oakland was not able to keep up that momentum, losing 4 of the next 5. So maintain the momentum, keep the good times rolling. And number two, trust your defense. Oakland has been one of the best defensive teams in the league, tied for the second fewest errors committed. So for the pitchers, trust your defense, limit the free bases, and let the defense do the rest. As Davis Truick leads off the second against Hernandez. Hernandez dealt a first pitch strike and then a second pitch ball. It's 1-1 on the left-handed bat. The pitch, swing and a miss. On a high fastball, it's 1-2. Truick hitting .233, 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in for the second-year baller. And the 1-2 coming. Fastball is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Truick opened the 9th inning and the comeback yesterday with a double down the left field line. 2-2. He hits a looper in the shallow right field, and Boyd has to play it on a hop. It's another soft hit for Truick, but I don't think he cares. Entered the series 0 for his last 18, and I tell you what, he's got 4 hits in his first 5 at-bats here in Modesto. Leadoff man is on for Oakland for Brendan O'Sullivan. And I asked him about that double yesterday because it sounded so funny off the crack of the bat, and he even himself was befuddled how that got into left field and how he was able to square that up somehow. Did not break the bat, but it just had a really funny sound to it after lunging on that breaking ball, and that got the 9th inning comeback started. First pitch to O'Sullivan after a pickoff move to first is popped up foul, out of play toward first base for strike 1. Just the second start of the year for O'Sullivan since he was signed by the Ballers last week after we got back from the road trip in Missoula. 0-1, fouled back into the screen, 0-2. He just wrapped up his college career at the University of the Pacific. He's a Pleasanton native, Amador Valley High alum, who batted .307 this year with the Tigers at Pacific. 0-2, breaking ball inside, 1-2 on O'Sullivan. 12 doubles, 4 home runs, 33 runs batted in his one and only season with the University of the Pacific. Hernandez is set. Truick with his lead and the pitch. Slider inside, 2-2. He started his college career at the junior college ranks at San Joaquin Delta College, then transferred to UNLV in the Mountain West before concluding at Pacific. 2-2. Fastball outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez had to work a bit in that first. 22 pitches from the Modesto right-hander. We'll see if Truick runs on a full count with no out. He does. 3-2 is chopped to third. It's a high hop for Hendren. Only play is to first, and it's in time to get O'Sullivan. Truick reaches second base. 1 out for T.J. McKenzie. And it's a good thing that Truick was put in motion by Aaron Miles. Otherwise, that is likely an around-the-horn double play. He sent the runner in motion to prevent the double play, and that's exactly what O'Sullivan did. Here is McKenzie. First pitch slider is inside for ball 1. Ballers 2, Roadsters nothing. On this warm Wednesday night here in Modesto. Game time temperature was 89 degrees. 1-0. Wow, that is a fastball way outside in the dirt, and it goes to the backstop, and it allows Davis to advance to third on a wild pitch. Hernandez totally missed the target and spiked that ball into the lefty batter's box. Infield will stay back for Modesto. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Druick at third base. The pitch. McKenzie pops it up. Cannon, the first baseman on the extended warning track, makes the catch. And it's an unproductive out. 2 outs for Jermaine Cobb. Most of the field still in the shade. Most of the infield, most of right field in the shadows and in the shade, but left field and left center exposed in the sun. First pitch slider to Cobb is high, ball 1. One to 0 on Cobb. The pitch. Breaking ball in there, down the middle for a strike. 1-1. He grounded out to second in his first at bat. On 1. Swing and a miss. That was a good splitter from Hernandez. He has a 3-pitch mix. Fastball that's been sitting low 90s thus far, a slider, and then a split. He's ahead on Cobb, 1-2. He throws. Cobb takes a fastball at the knees for a called strike 3, and he wants to challenge this.
The call has been confirmed.
Call's confirmed. Hernandez barely clips the low outside corner with the fastball, and the Ballers have 1 challenge remaining. Druick is stranded at third base. They do not score in the second. Bottom of the second coming up. It is 2-0 Oakland here on Ballers Radio. Heffernan Insurance Brokers has been helping people make smart decisions since day one, offering business insurance, personal home and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at hefins.com. As Kingston Liniak takes ball 1 low and outside, 1-0 on the Roadsters left fielder. Aiden Rissy deals the next. And it's a fastball inside. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 Oakland. Just 9 pitches needed in that first inning from Rissy. Liniak, Lejiski, and Cannon. Dude up, 2-0. Big, slow curveball taken down the middle for a strike. And it's 2-1. Rissy is facing the Roadsters for the first time this year. 2-1. Liniak chops it up the middle. Cobb takes the low hop, knee high, and throws out Liniak by a step. 4 up, 4 down for Rissy. 1 away for Lejiski. Lejiski hitting .345, 4 home runs, 25 runs batted in. First pitch breaking ball is inside. Ball 1. Rissy in his second season as a pro. 1-0. Fastball inside corner called strike 1. He pitched for the New York Boulders last year, worked primarily as a starter, and helped them make the postseason for the first time in 3 years. 1-1 is a strike on the inside. 1-2. Made the 3rd most starts through the 5th most innings on the team with the Boulders. 1-2, the pitch. Lejiski bounces it fair down the first base line. It hits the sidewall. Ibarra runs over, picks it up. Lejiski stops at first with a single.
Coming to the plate, number 11.
The side fence sticks out a little bit, and that prevented that ball from scurrying down the line in right field. So it's a single for Lejiski, and up to the plate comes Bryce Cannon. First base runner for Modesto today, and Rissy was just given a new baseball by the home plate umpire, but he didn't like it, so he swaps a second baseball. He almost had a disgusted look on his face, like, what is this? What did you just give me? I am not pitching with this baseball. Give me another one. Bryce Cannon, the hitter. Left-handed bat, first pitch. In the dirt and blocked by Calora for ball 1. Rissy was acquired by the Ballers in exchange for infielder Norris McClure. McClure contacted Aaron Miles through a mutual connection. 1-0. It's a strike on the low inside corner, 1-1. After he had struggled to gain interest from other indie ball teams, Aaron and James Harris watched his tape, liked him enough to offer him a contract, which he signed. And then 3 days later, the New York Boulders reached out to him about bringing him in. Here's a breaking ball inside, 2-1. And since McClure wanted to play in the Frontier League with a former coach, Aaron and the front office worked a deal with the Boulders and ultimately made the swap for him for Rissy. Pickoff throw to first. And Lejiski dives in safely. Rissy's got a very quick pickoff move. Oakland 2, Modesto nothing. 2-1. Cannon rips one into left center field. Slicing away from McKenzie, who can't make the catch. It goes to the wall in left center field. Lejiski flies around third, and he scores standing up. RBI double from Bryce Cannon. Cuts the lead in half. It's now 2-1. Oakland here in the second. Fastball right down the middle, and Cannon blistered it to left center, 105 miles an hour. And at first it looked like McKenzie ran it down on a dive, but the ball did indeed go past him and all the way to the wall. So a 1-out RBI double. Here is Justin Boyd. First pitch, curveball is taken for a strike down the middle. 0-1. Boyd hitting .394, which is the best on the team. The pitch, swing and a miss. Another breaking ball, another curve from Rissy. And he gets the former second rounder Boyd to swing and miss 0-2. Boyd, who was drafted by the Reds in the second round in 2022 out of Oregon State. But injuries derailed his affiliated career. 0-2. Curveball blocked by Calora. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boyd never played more than 42 games in a single season. A couple of stints on the full season and 60-day injured list. 25 years of age. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rissy is set at the belt. He throws. And Boyd hits a weak rounder to third. Allgaier looks the man back to second. Throws out Boyd. Now the runner breaks for third. Ibarra's throw to Cobb. And the shortstop applies the tag on Cannon. He is out. Bryce Cannon gambled after he saw Allgaier release the throw to first base. And Jeter Ibarra threw it back to third where it came from. And Cobb, the shortstop, was there covering, caught the throw and applied the tag, and Cannon was indeed out. As we go to the third inning, it's Oakland 2, Modesto 1 here on Ballers Radio.
Coming to the plate, number 9, SC Santos.
Isai Santos leads off here in the third. It's 2-1 Ballers. Modesto scoring a run on the Cannon RBI double. First pitch from Devin Hernandez is a fastball on the outside for a called strike 1. Santos, Allgaier, Calora to begin the third for Oakland. 2, 3, and 4 bats against Hernandez, who throws. And Santos takes a slider on the outside for a called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Isai struck out swinging in his first at-bat, but then reached first on a pass ball. It was originally a wild pitch, but then overruled to a pass ball from the official score. Hernandez comes home. 1-2 is a fastball foul tipped into the glove of Dunhurst for strike 3. Hernandez has struck out back-to-back hitters. There's one away for Jake Allgaier. Allgaier hit a 2-run home run to left center. First time around against Hernandez. Opening offering. Change up on the outside. Called a strike. Going 1. A 428-foot home run from Allgaier, who has displayed more power this year than last year. 0-1. Broken bat, ground ball up the middle. Shortstop Lejeski has it and throws out Allgaier for the second out. Allgaier had just 2 home runs, and albeit it was half a season, less than half a season, 40 games, but this is game number 33, and he's got 9 big flies. So he's on pace for at least a 20 homer season. Jaden Clora is a man at bat for Oakland with 2 outs and the bases empty. First pitch fastball, nicks the outside for a strike, 0-1. Clora hitting .398, which is the best on the team. 3 home runs, 18 runs batted in. The pitch is grounded weakly to second. Choi collects and throws out Clora. Side retired. Best inning yet for Hernandez as he delivers a 1-2-3 third. The bottom of the third coming up next. It's 2-1 Oakland here on Ballers Radio. Bottom of the third here from Modesto. You're listening to Oakland Ballers Baseball here on Ballers Radio, whether you're tuning in on the YouTube channel or on the Home Team Network. Thanks for tuning in and spending a little bit of your Wednesday with us. My name's Gareth Kwok. Hayden Rissy delivers a first pitch strike at the knees to Hayden Dunhurst. The left-handed batting catcher awaits the 0-1, and he hits a one-hopper to second. Fielded by O'Sullivan. Double clutch, throw to first in time. And there's one away. Time now for our Pacific Pipe climb to the standings. Right now, the top 2 teams, it remains Long Beach in first, Billings in second. Long Beach at 25-6, Billings at 24-6. Mustangs a half game back on the coast for the top spot as Choi looks at a strike after showing bunt and pulling back. It's 0-1. Boise 5.5 games back out of a playoff spot at 19-12. 0-1. Choi takes just a bit low with the breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Modesto in fourth. They are 6.5 games back at 18-13. 1-1. Choi swings and misses at a changeup, and it's 1-2. After today, just 15 games left in the first half before the records are reset. And the path to a second half berth begins. 1-2 is tapped foul at the plate. Ball rolls behind Choi, behind his feet. Still 1-2 on the former Padres farmhand, B.Y. Choi. Native of South Korea in his 4th professional season. 1-2. Changeup taken outside, 2-2. He was drafted by San Diego in the 20th round of the 2023 draft out of the New Mexico Military Institute. 2-2. Choi hits a ground ball past the diving third baseman Allgaier in the left field for a 1-out single. Well, they had a slight shift on for Choi. Allgaier was shifted towards shortstop. Cobb, the shortstop, was up the middle. And Choi hit that to where the shortstop would usually play, and he found the soft spot in the defense as the ball rolled under the diving glove of Allgaier. Osiris Johnson stands in. First pitch, heater is in tight. Ball 1. Johnson popped out to second. First time up against Rissy. 1-0. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. This is a Modesto team that has a lot of players that used to play affiliated baseball. Some were high round draft picks, including Johnson, former 2nd rounder with the Marlins. 2-0. Johnson hits it fair down the third base line on the ground. It goes behind the tarp towards the bullpen. Druick picks it up. Here comes Choi, and he scores without a throw standing up. It's a game-tying double from Osiris Johnson. And it's a 2-2 game here in the 3rd. Fastball well inside, and Johnson just somehow brought the hands in and grounded it just inside the third base line. And Choi, with his speed, easily scores from first base. So a 2-2 game. Jimmy Dietrich, the pitching coach for Oakland, jogs out. He's on the mound talking to Rissy and Colora. So a couple of 1-out hits, which is how Modesto scored their first run in the 2nd. A 1-out single from Lejeski, a 1-out double from Cannon, and same story here in the 3rd. 1-out single from Choi, and a 1-out game-tying double from Osiris Johnson. Well, Rissy is susceptible to giving up hits. He's given up 41 in 29 2/3. Really, the question will be for the rest of tonight, how does he bounce back and limit the damage? First pitch to Tyler Williams is a good slider, taken for a strike on the outside. 0-1. Hits are always going to be a persistent threat in the Pioneer League. Spin throw to second. Johnson might have gotten picked off, and he did. Rissy picks him off at second base for out number 2. Not sure if that was a designated play, but O'Sullivan, the second baseman, flashed as soon as Johnson shuffled off the bag and Rissy spun, and they got him by plenty. The 0-1 is fouled back into the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. Not sure if Colora, the catcher, may have dropped the glove as the signal for Rissy to turn and throw. 0-2 breaking ball is lifted to right center field. McKenzie is looking up, and it is gone. Tyler Williams puts Modesto ahead for the first time tonight with his 3rd home run of the year. Solo shot makes it 3-2 Roadsters on a ball that traveled 431 feet.
Running to the plate, number 36,
And I was wondering why McKenzie wasn't pursuing that baseball more aggressively. Well, that ball was just simply crushed. 431 feet. Yeah, there's no ballpark holding that. As Rissy pounds a strike at the knees to Handren, 0-1. Only hung a breaking ball, and Williams jumped all over it. 0-1 pitch is cut on and missed. A fastball on the outside. 0-2. Well, that's why the pickoff, the successful pickoff move at second is so big. What would be a 2-run lead for the Roadsters, now just a 1-run game. From the wind, the 0-2. Fastball high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The ebbs and flows of Pioneer League baseball are inevitable. 1-2. Change up, got him looking, strike 3. Handren, I think, wants to use a challenge, but he's going to hold back and use it for a more high leverage situation. First strikeout for Rizzi. Modesto scores 2 on 3 hits, and they take a 3-2 lead through 3 here on Ballers Radio.
Head on down to the information desk to get more info on how you can bring your group to a Roadster game. Coming to the plate, number 16.
Welcome back to Modern Woodman Field, the home of the Modesto Roadsters. Game 2 of this 3-game road series for your Ballers here in Modesto, as Jeter Ibarra digs in against Devin Hernandez. With the Ballers trailing for the first time tonight, they are down 3-2 on Modesto. First pitch is a fastball outside for ball 1. Ibarra, Buford, and Druick, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Oakland. Hernandez fires, and Ibarra sends a foul ball down the left field line. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hernandez starting to settle in for Modesto, as he has set down the last 6 in a row. Pitch clock is out of time, and we have a pitch clock violation on Hernandez, so it should be a 2-ball, 1 strike count. He didn't even come set before the pitch clock expired, which is surprising. 2-1, fastball low, 3 balls in the strike. I mean, he was still going through the signs with Dunhurst when there was 2 seconds and then 1 second, and then time expired. Hitters count for Ibarra, 3-1. The pitch, foul back. Got a good fastball on the outside, but he just missed it. 3-2. Hernandez wants a new baseball. Doesn't like the one that he was given initially. 8 home runs in the last 8 games for Ibarra. Had that 3-home run game last Tuesday against Long Beach. And he awaits a 3-2 from Hernandez. Fouled off the glove of the catcher Dunhurst. And Jeter stays alive. "15 home runs for Ibarra in 30 games played." Full count pitch. Here it is. Ibarra hits a towering fly ball, but it's going to go foul down the left field line. Temperature starting to cool here in Modesto. Most of the field now covered in the shade with little pockets of sun in left field. Full count pitch. Not close. Breaking ball outside. It's ball 4. And that is the first walk issued by Hernandez. And there's one thing Modesto does not do very often, and that is walk hitters. Hernandez coming into this start, just 4 walks allowed in 20 1/3 innings pitched. And the Modesto Roadsters staff has allowed the second fewest walks in the league. First pitch to Buford is popped up foul over towards first for strike 1. So leadoff man on for Oakland, down by a run. 3-2 Roadsters. Buford struck out swinging first time around. The pitch. Fastball outside. 1-1 on Cam. One and one. The pitch. Lined sharply in the right center field, down for a hit. Ibarra advances to second, holds there, and Oakland has the first 2 men on in the 4th for Davis Truick.
Coming to the plate, number 11, Davis Truick.
Truick's had a nice series so far here in Modesto. In 5 at-bats, he's got 4 hits. A leadoff single back in the second for Davis. Here's the first pitch from Hernandez. Truick slices it foul off to the left for strike 1. Hernandez, in his last start, we mentioned the 8 shutout innings, 8 strikeouts. That was his first win as a professional. A look at second, the pitch. Truick pops it up. Handren, the third baseman on the extended warning track, runs out of the room. It's out of play. 0-2 on Truick.
Fans, make sure to get that ball. That could be $10 off your next visit to Play It Again Sports.
Hernandez started his college career at Big Bend Community College, then transferred to Spokane Community College before completing his career at Cal State San Bernardino. Is 0-2 to Truick. Is grounded sharply into right field, a base hit. Ibarra gets the stop sign at third, Buford at second, and Davis Truick, 5 hits in 6 ABs here in Modesto. The first 3 men are aboard for Oakland in the 4th, and it brings up Brendan O'Sullivan. A big spot for O'Sullivan, just making his second start as a professional. A chance to drive in his first RBI as a baller. Infield is back for Modesto. First pitch is blooped in the shallow right center field. Williams, the center fielder, races over, makes the catch. Ibarra tags from third and scores. Buford tags from second to third. And O'Sullivan knocks in Oakland's third run. It ties the game at 3 with his first career RBI. Sent that ball deep enough into right center field. And Oakland's certainly not done yet. Men on the corners with 1 out for McKenzie. as Oakland tries to retake the lead. First pitch to TJ. He takes a slider on the inside for strike one. McKenzie fouled out to first in his first AB. Middle infielders pinched up the middle. Hernandez deals, and McKenzie chases a breaking ball in the dirt for strike two. 0-2. Another sparse crowd on hand here in Modesto. We had a good Ballers contingent yesterday that took in the thrilling knockout win. Now time is called by McKenzie. And we do see some folks sitting on the third base side, repping their green and gold, making the hour-and-a-half drive from Oakland to Modesto. 0-2. McKenzie hits a ground ball, diving stop from the shortstop Lejiski. Flips it to Choi for one. Turn to first, it's a double play. That is as good as it gets from the Modesto defense. Diving stop from the shortstop Lejiski. The flip to second for one, and then Choi's turn to first, and this game remains tied at 3. It's a 3-3 ball game as we go to the bottom of the fourth here on Ballers Radio.
Coming to the plate, number 20, Kingston, the Maniac.
An outstanding double play turned by the middle infielders, Lejiski and Choi, on a ground ball up the middle that would have given Oakland the lead. A diving stop from Lejiski to shortstop, the flip to second, and Choi's turn to first. Keeps this game tied at 3 as Liniak fouls the first pitch at the plate for strike one against Rissy. Oakland 3, Modesto 3, bottom 4. Liniak to lead off, followed by Lejiski and Cannon. The middle of the order for Modesto. Rissy winds and fires. Liniak takes a fastball low. 1 ball and 1 strike on the Modesto left fielder. Rissy has thrown 42 pitches through 3 innings. Is 1-1. Is a breaking ball cut on a miss. Strike 2. Curveballs look good from Rissy today. A deep pitch mix for the right-hander. Four-seam fastball in the upper 80s, low 90s. A sinker, cutter, slider, sweeper, curveball, and changeup. 1-2. Fastball high at 93. 2-2. Now, does he throw all 6 pitches equally? No. But he has them at his disposal. 2-2. Fastball chopped to third. Allgaier fields on the edge of the cutout. Has to get rid of it quickly, and he gets Liniak by a step. who was hustling down the line.
Running to the plate, number 1.
One out for Lejiski. Lejiski singled in his first at-bat. First offering. Fastball knee high, called a strike, 0-1. He is tied for 6th in the league in hits with 48. 0-1. Breaking ball outside, 1-1. You know who he's tied with is Tremaine Cobb. He and him have been amongst the league leaders in hits this year. 1-1. Lejiski hits a fly ball foul down the right field line. 1-2 on the former Blue Jays minor leaguer. Ricci is ready. He turns and fires. Fastball outside, 2-2. 30 career minor league games for Lejiski. It was a very brief stint, but he did reach high A Vancouver within the Blue Jays system. 2-2. Breaking ball lifted down the left field line into the corner and gone. Somehow Lejiski digs that one out. A breaking ball low and inside, and he golfs it down the left field line into the corner for a go-ahead solo homer. It's 4-3 Modesto on Lejiski's 5th home run of the season. I mean, that was like hitting a 7-iron down the left field line. Just a high arcing shot on a ball that was low in the zone. Ball one upstairs to Cannon. 1-0 the pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup. 1-1 strike. And he just got down under the strike zone, squared it up, and lofted it over the left field wall. 1-1. Cannon fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the seesaw battle goes back in favor of Modesto on Lejiski's 5th home run of the year, his 2nd against Oakland. The 1-2 from Ricci is lined in the right field, down for a hit. Cannon with a pair of hits. Man on first with 1 down for Boyd.
Number 7, Justin Boyd.
2 home runs in this game for Modesto. Boyd, the right-handed bat, 0 for 1, first pitch. Slider low and outside, ball 1. Modesto has collected 7 hits against Ricci thus far. Looking for the double play ball. The pitch is a fastball on the inside, taken for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ricci likes to pound that sinker on right-handed bats. Spin throw the first, not in time, as Cannon dives in. Boy, he's got a lightning quick pickoff move. I mean, it might be the best on the team. He's already picked off 1 guy today. 1-1. Fastball at the knees, looked at for strike 2. I mean, you blink and all of a sudden the ball's been released to whatever base he's picking over to. 1-2. Fastball fouled off to the right by Boyd. And Modesto is a team that likes to run. The 3rd most stolen bases in the league. So Ricci understands that he's got to control the run game and give his catchers a chance to throw out any potential base stealers. The 1-2. Boyd check swing on a fastball. Did he swing? No, he did not. And that was the right call, in my opinion, from Tim O'Day. Boyd holds up. It's 2-2. 4-3 Roadsters. 1 out. Bottom 4. The pitch. Slider, but Boyd doesn't bite. On the outside, it's a full count. Now, does Bryce Cannon steal second here? 3-2 with 1 out. Long hold, now a spin throw to first, and he dives in safely. Second disengagement used by Rissy. And my gut says he's going. Does have 9 stolen bases. He goes, and Boyd fouls it back off the catcher, Calora. Cannon got a big jump. He knows he holds the leverage now that Rissy is just 1 disengagement left. And if he doesn't get him at first base, it's an automatic balk. 3-2. And he goes for him again, does not get him. And that is an automatic balk that will advance Cannon to second. Well, he thought he had a chance. Does not appear that the baller's dugout was, at least based off the reaction from Jim Diedrich, he was happy with that move. 3-2. Boyd fouls it back. And I think the point is, it's a 3-2 count. Just attack the hitter. Because now in a 3-2 count here, Boyd will get a good pitch, and now the runner's in scoring position. 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out swinging. Glora threw the ball down to first base. He thought there was nobody on for whatever reason. He was going to start throwing the ball around the horn, but there's a runner at second. Second strikeout for Rissy. 2 outs for Dunhurst. First pitch to Hayden. Fastball is inside, ball 1. And I guess if you're to think of it from Rissy's perspective, well, he feels like he's got an excellent pickoff move. He's gotten the runner before. Maybe he just thought, I have a chance to get him again. 1-0. Flied foul off to the left. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's just someone who's confident in his move. Doesn't matter how many disengagements he's used. If he feels like he can get him, he's going to try, even if he runs that risk. 1-1. Changeup blowing outside. 2 balls and a strike. And I think from the coach's perspective, well, if you don't get him and he advances to second base, and a 3-2 count, the next pitch, if he gets hit into the outfield, that's a run. 2-1. Dunhurst lifts a fly ball to right. Santos heads to the warning track and makes the catch, and the inning is over. Modesto retakes the lead on the solo home run from Jacob Lajewski. We move to the 5th. It's 4-3 Modesto here on Ballers Radio. Top 5 here from Modesto, here in the Central Valley. It's the second game of this 3-game series. The Ballers trying to win this series on the road and make it back-to-back road series wins. Jermaine Cobb leads off with the Ballers down by a run. It's 4-3. Roadsters, Devin Hernandez back out on the mound. The starting right-hander fires the first. It's a breaking ball low and inside for ball 1. Top of the lineup for Oakland, Cobb, Santos, and Allgaier against Hernandez, who has thrown 64 pitches in 4 innings. 1-0. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Cobb's 0 for 2. He has bounced out to short and has struck out looking. Hernandez is 1-1. Slider is low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Time now for our chat GTP. You can chat with G, me, and with TP, who's with me in spirit. You're going to hear from him this week back at home when we take on Yuba Sutter. 2-1. Fastball on the outside, called a strike. 2-2. And since we're here in Modesto, the heart of California's agriculture and a major hub for the world's almonds and walnuts production, as the 2-2 is grounded to short, fielded by Lejiski, fires on the first, and there's one away. We want to know, what is your favorite cheat snack for tonight? If you're in the YouTube channel, feel free to type in your answer, but we're talking snacks, we're talking food. Everybody's got to have a favorite cheat snack that they go to when they're just feeling it. They've got the munchies as Santos takes a strike on the outside. It's 0-1. Of course, the drive from Oakland to Modesto. A lot of cornfields and farms as Santos takes a ball low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. So let me know what your favorite go-to snack or cheat snack. We are in the hub of California's agriculture here in the Central Valley. 1-1. Santos belts a high fly ball to right center field. Boyd is on the run, still on the run, and it's Williams, a center fielder, who reaches up and makes the catch as he crosses onto the warning track. Nice play for route number 2. And boy, he had a long run to go to run that down into the gap in right center.
Who's today's outlaw brewing beer batter?
2 down for Allgaier. My favorite cheat snack is probably Cheez-Its, as Allgaier takes a strike on the outside. 0-1. I mean, there's so many options, but I'd say white cheddar Cheez-Its. I could eat those all day. 0-1. Allgaier hits a grounder to short, takes a hard hop for Lajewski. He bodies it, recovers, and throws out Allgaier to end the inning. He did a good job using his chest to block that bad hop, and then he picked it up off the ground and threw out Allgaier by a step to end the inning. Halfway home here in Modesto on this Wednesday, it's 4-3 Roadsters here on Ballers Radio.
survey going, being led by our very own Bruce.
Halfway home here on this Wednesday from Modesto. Roadsters up to bat, beginning with B.Y. Choi, Osiris Johnson, and Tyler Williams against Aiden Rissy. 4-3, Modesto leads on Oakland. Choi, a left-handed bat, facing the righty Rissy. 67 pitches through 4 innings for the Oakland starter. First pitch is a fastball knee-high for a called strike, going 1. Well, I had asked you as part of our chat GTP your favorite snack, since we are here in the Central Valley in the agriculture hub here in California. There's a strike on the outside, 0-2 on Choi. And a lot of those in the chat saying Cheetos, crunchy Cheetos. Here's the 0-2 from Rissy. Choi takes high and outside for ball 1. Now, are we talking regular Cheetos or hot Cheetos, or even the Flamin' Limon Cheetos? 1-2. Choi hits a ground ball past the diving second baseman O'Sullivan, and it goes in the right center for a base hit. Choi's got 2 hits. You can hear the cowbells that are being rung by the Modesto fans through our crowd mic. 1 on for Osiris Johnson. Carlo Connor said Swedish fish candies. Oh my goodness. I remember snacking on those when I was younger. First pitch. Watch out. Oh my. A fastball well inside and high, and Johnson limboing out of the way. He just folded like a chair and somehow avoided that pitch up and in. 1-0. Johnson pulls the hands and grounds at the third. It's back in by Allgaier. Throws the second for 1 out. Turned to first in time for a double play. Johnson took time to get out of the batter's box. I didn't know if he just lost his footing or he got jammed inside, and it just took him a while to get out of the box, but that was an easy double play for Oakland. Started by Allgaier. Around the horn, 5-4-3. There's 2 outs for Tyler Williams. Well, I better get through all these answers here pretty quickly. Hodge says, I enjoy guacamole with carrots. Really? I've never tried that combo. Ball 1 to Williams, 1-0. Dr. DeViz says, buttered popcorn. Oh, yeah. As the pitch to Williams is popped up on the right side of the infield, caught by Ibarra, the first baseman, and the inning is over. Nice job by Rissy to recover after giving up the leadoff single to Choi. 6th inning is coming up here in Modesto. The Ballers are down by a run, 4-3, Roadsters, here on Ballers Radio.
A team member about to walk lane. That's right for you. Head to the merch shop to get your ticket to a new car wash.
6th inning here in Modesto. Ballers will lead off with Jaden Calora, Jeter Ibarra, and Cam Buford against Hernandez. Oakland down by 1. It is 4-3 Roadsters on this Wednesday night here in the Central Valley. First pitch from Hernandez is a fastball high for ball 1. Calora's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice to second base. 4-3 Roadsters our score. The pitch is a breaking ball low, 2-0 on Calora, who is currently riding a 7-game hit streak. He went 3 for 5 yesterday with 2 run-scoring hits, including one in the 9th to extend the game. 2-0. Breaking ball is, that was not close, but it was called a strike on the outside. Says Scott Jones behind the plate, 2-1. You can't help out Hernandez with a pitch that was a ball and a half off the outside. 2-1 is laced into left field. Left fielder Liniak battles the lights and makes the catch knee high for the first outs. 1 out for Ibarra. Still reading some of the answers from you all in terms of our chat GTP favorite snack. You got Reese's peanut butter cups, which I'm jealous since I have a peanut allergy, unfortunately. But I will never be able to get on the Reese's train, but it sounds amazing. Ibarra takes a ball high and outside, ball 1. Pog86 says, long road trips, sunflower seeds. Working the shells keeps me awake. I like that. The 1-0 is a breaking ball on the outside called a strike, 1-1. Now, do you have a cup in hand to discard the shells, or how are we doing this if you're driving and shelling the seeds in your mouth? 1-1. Ibarra grounds it foul towards first. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Andrew Oni said dark chocolate peanut M&Ms. Katrin's Christian says goldfish and or peachy rings. It's 1-2 on Ibarra. The Pioneer League's home run leader has reached base twice today. The 1-2 in the dirt and blocked by Dunhurst. 2 balls, 2 strikes. If Hernandez can get the final 2 outs of this frame, it would be his 4th consecutive start where he has gone at least 6 innings. 2-2. Breaking ball outside. And Hernandez, I think, wants to use a challenge, but it was not granted, or maybe it wasn't an actual challenge. I thought he tapped his cap. 3-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that was going to be ball 4 on a breaking ball low and in. But Ibarra chased, and Hernandez has his 5th strikeout. Two down for Buford. First pitch. Watch out. Up and in with a breaker. 1-0. For 3 Modesto. Top of the 6th. 1-0. Cam takes a strike. Fastball on the outside. 1-1. Modesto trying to force a second straight rubber match between these two. The pitch. Buford fouls it over towards first. 1-2. A single back in the 4th for Cam. He's 1 for 2. Hernandez fires. Buford takes strike 3 called at the knees. Buford is wondering whether that was on the strike swinging or whether it was on the location, and I believe it was on the location. So 6 strikeouts for Hernandez. He does indeed complete 6 frames. And we head to the bottom of the 6th with Modesto still in front, 4-3 on Ballers Radio. Time now for our out-of-town scoreboard update around the Pioneer League. The Billings Mustangs and Missoula Paddleheads are tied at 10 in the bottom of the 6th, and the game has entered a weather delay from Missoula. Glacier holds off Red Pocket 2-1 from Glacier Bank Park in Kalispell. First pitch to Handren from Rissy is a fastball high for ball 1. Ogden and Boise are level at 8 in the top of the 9th from Boise. Rissy winds and fires. Handren pulls it foul down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great Falls and Idaho Falls are tied at 12 in the top of the 8th. And last but not least, Yuba Sutter leads 4-1 on Long Beach in the bottom of the 6th. 1-1. Good curveball taken down the middle for a strike by Handren. It's 1-2. So Aiden Rissy trying to complete 6 innings. He's at 73 pitches through 5 frames. 1-2. Handren leaves a changeup blown away. 2-2. So far, Rissy's line, 5 innings, 4 runs, 8 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. 2-2. Grounded foul towards the first base Modesto dugout. 2-2. I mean, with the way the pitching has gone through the first quarter and then some of the season, the 2-2. Breaking ball, fisted foul down the third base line. You'll gladly take 8 hits over however many walks. 8 hits, no walks versus 3 hits, but 5 walks. 2-2. Fastball high and outside. 3-2. Andren's 0 for 2. And the payoff pitch from Rissy. And there's the first walk of the game as he deals a fastball low and in. Here comes Liniak, the left fielder.
Number 20, Easton Liniak.
If Rissy were to get through this 6th inning, it would be the second time he has delivered at least a 6-inning start. First pitch to Liniak. Check swing grounder foul down the first base line, strike 1. He's come close, at least the last couple of times. Before the Long Beach start last week, he did pitch into the 6th in Montana at Great Falls and in Missoula. 0-1. Liniak takes high with the breaker. 1 ball, 1 strike, but then he just simply ran out of gas. And the opposing teams were able to get to him and knock him out. The pitch. There's a good breaking ball on the low outside corner. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There is bullpen activity in left field for Oakland. Rissy's 1-2. Fastball high and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he could very well just be emptying the tank here, knowing that this could be his final inning. At the set, 2-2. Leniak goes around on the breaking ball, low and outside, strike 3. Now the appeal down to first, and Tim O'Day, the first base umpire, confirms the strike 3 swinging call. 3 strikeouts for Rissy, 1 away in the 6th for Lejiski. Modesto leads by 1, 4-3. First pitch. Lejiski takes a strike. A fastball on the inside, 0-1. Rizzi trying to keep it a 1-run game. 0-1. Lejiski takes a fastball away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The left field bullpen is obscured from my vantage point here in the press box, so I cannot see who's warming up for Oakland. 1-1. Check swing on a slider, and he did go, at least from the home plate umpire. Now they appeal to first. Tim O'Day says he swung. 1-2. Middle infielder shaded up the middle for Oakland. 1-2 coming. Fastball got him swinging, strike 3. And that was a very late swing from Lejiski, who just simply wasn't looking for a fastball. Just about a half-effort swing. Eden Rissy has back-to-back Ks. He's 1 out away from completing 6. Here's Cannon. First pitch is a changeup outside for ball 1. Hendren, the man on first. 1-0 on Cannon. The pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-1. Cannon has double in the run, and he has singled. Rissy spins, throws to first, and Hendren dives in safely. Cannon in his second year as a pro. Santa Rosa native. 1-1. Breaking ball, skied. Shallow left. Druick, the left fielder, initially didn't see the baseball. Now he recovers and makes the catch in the corner to end the inning. The ball got lost up there momentarily, but Aiden Rissy firing himself up. He completes 6 innings, and it remains a 1-run ball game. Can the Bats wake up and either tie or take the lead? We'll find out as we head to the 7th. It's 4-3 Modesto. Truick, O'Sullivan, McKenzie coming up here on Ballers Radio.
And get your tickets. Coming to the plate, number
2/3 of the way through Here from Modern Woodman Field in Modesto, this is Oakland Ballers Baseball here on Ballers Radio. Thanks for tuning in on our YouTube channel or through the Home Team Network. I'm Gareth Kwok. Davis Druick leads off, and he takes a fastball on the outside for strike one against Hernandez. The Modesto starter still in the ball game, 88 pitches through 6 innings, and he is hoping to go a 7th with Modesto ahead by 1. The pitch is chopped up the middle. Shortstop Lejiski fields shin high, throw to first. In time to get Druick by a half step. 1 gone. Ten in a row set down by Hernandez since the 4th inning. Gave up the 2-run homer to Allgaier in the 1st. A sac fly to O'Sullivan here back in the 4th. But has since then has quieted these Oakland bats. He fires a strike down the middle, 0-1 to O'Sullivan. His first career RBI in the 4th with that sac fly to center. 0-1. O'Sullivan swings and misses at a fastball. I don't know why I just said Lejiski. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Somehow he's still on my mind, I guess, even though he's performed well in the series. No balls, 2 strikes on the Pleasanton native. And the pitch. In the dirt. 1-2. If Aiden Rissy is done for the night, in my opinion, he certainly did his job. 6 innings, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. 1-2. O'Sullivan swings and misses at a slider for strike 3. And that is the 7th strikeout for Hernandez. 2 outs for McKenzie. So that's back-to-back solid starts from Oakland pitching. Flowers a quality start by definition. Rissy a quality start on paper. Here is McKenzie, who shows bunt. He tries to lay it down, and he misses on the breaking ball for strike 1. Ballers trailing by a run. 4-3 Modesto, 2 outs, top of the 7th, base is empty. McKenzie's 0 for 2. The pitch is poked foul down the right field line, 0-2.
Hey fans, make sure to go get that ball. That gets $10 off your next trip to Play It Again Sports on McHenry Avenue.
It is dusk here in Modesto. Lights shining down. Temperature has cooled down significantly since first pitch. 0-2 from Hernandez. In the dirt with a slider. 1-2. And Devin Hernandez trying to go 7 strong here. 1-2. McKenzie hits a weak grounder to short. Lejiski charges. Off balance throw. Not in time. McKenzie's hustle beats it out. Lejiski did just about everything right. The field that slowly hit ground ball and make a throw accurate enough to first base. But McKenzie's speed beats it out. JT Snow asking Tim O'Day at first base for an explanation. It's the first base runner for Oakland since the 4th inning. And the tying run is at first for the Ballers. Now can they mount a 2-out rally? Here's Tremaine Cobb. Spin throw to first. McKenzie dives in safely. If McKenzie doesn't hustle down the line, the inning is over. First pitch. Cobb swings and misses for strike one. He wanted to put that 92-mile-an-hour fastball into the parking lot in left field. It's 0-1. 5 home runs in the knockout round last night for Trey. It is 0-1. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw down by Dunhurst, and the throw is off the glove of Choi. It ricochets to the right of second. It's a strike two swinging, and McKenzie swipes his 10th base of the year, and now JT Snow is out talking with Scott Jones behind the plate. I wonder if he thinks there was a potential interference on Cobb after the swing. It didn't appear that Cobb interfered, and now Scott Jones telling JT to get back in the dugout. He just kind of shoot him away, and now he just tossed JT Snow. Alex Leach, the pitching coach, came out of the dugout to try and save his manager, and it was too late. Scott Jones has ejected JT Snow, the Modesto manager, from this ball game. And what initially seemed to be a pretty civil discussion, now turning into a more intense argument between the two. And Snow is trying to get his money's worth before he has to head back to the clubhouse. JT still talking with Jones behind the plate. The third base umpire, Neil Turner, is out there. He is in front of Snow and trying to usher him back to the clubhouse, and Snow is still out there talking and arguing. And again, I'm not so sure if it was based off that. It's got to be one of two plays. It's either the play at first base that McKenzie beat out, which I thought he beat out, or the steal of second. And he thinks maybe Cobb interfered at second base. I should say Cobb interfered at the plate. Well, they're giving JT Snow quite the leash here to let him speak his mind. I mean, he's been on the field now for 3-4 solid minutes just talking and arguing and making his point. And now he will finally make his way to the Roadsters clubhouse down the first base line. He's walking up the first base line and still trying to make sure Tim O'Day hears it, the first base umpire. Now he turns and he is just sauntering down the line without much urgency, trying to get his last little bit of words in before he's done for the day. Oh, and he just slammed the gates after he exited the field. He hasn't quite exited the field just yet. I mean, he's standing out of play in foul territory. Either way, here's the 0-2 to Cobb. And it's a breaking ball outside for ball one, and a challenge here from Dunhurst behind the plate.
The ball has been confirmed. Modesto loses one of its challenges. It has one remaining.
The pitch was low. Modesto has one challenge remaining. Oakland has one challenge remaining. And this is a spot where Tremaine Cobb could use that last challenge if there's a call he doesn't like. 1-2 in the dirt and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4-3 Roadsters. The tying run for Oakland at second base. The 2-2 from Hernandez. Cobb rolls it softly to short. Lajewski charges, throws on the run, got him. He's played a heck of a shortstop all week long, and the inning is over. The tying run stranded at second for Oakland in the 7th. Time to stretch here from Honor Woodman Field. It's 4-3 Roadsters here on Ballers Radio.
It's last call for alcohol. So head on down to the concession stand.
It's the Planet Fitness 7th inning stretch. Your 7th inning stretch brought to you by Planet Fitness as Oakland strands the tying run at second. They fail to score in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and surprisingly, Aiden Rissy is still in the game for Oakland. The Ballers starter faces Justin Boyd, and the first pitch fastball is inside for ball 1. 4-3 Roadsters. A Roadsters win would even the series a game apiece and force a second straight rubber match. The pitch is high, ball 2-0. A Ballers comeback win would complete a road series victory for the second straight road series. 2-0. Good breaking ball taken at the knees for a strike. It's 2-1. Rissy is at 91 pitches, 6 innings, 4 runs, 4 strikeouts, 8 hits. He winds and fires. Breaking ball outside, it's 3-1. And this very well could be just a one-batter situation. Out or no out. 3-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball. 3-2. If Rissy gives up Boyd, he'll be replaced. If he gets him out, he could be replaced. We'll see. The payoff pitch is bounced foul up the third base line. There is activity in the left field bullpen for the Ballers. Aiden Rissy's season long this year is 6 1/3 innings pitched. That was against the Red Pocket Mobiles. It's 3-2. Boyd hits a line drive in the left center field. McKenzie got a good jump, and he makes the catch in the gap for the first out. I'm looking at Aaron Miles down the third base line in the dugout, and he is staying in. Well, maybe he gets 2 more hitters before he faces the lineup for a 4th time. First pitch to Dunhurst is a breaking ball, called a strike, 0-1. I'm just trying to think, why would Rissy still be in the ball game? The pitch, fouled back. It's 0-2. It's not that I don't think Aiden can get through a 7th inning. It's just I thought that the 6th inning ended so well for him. That was just a good way to end the start. 0-2 is high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You can also factor in that Oakland had to use 4 relievers yesterday. 1-2 is pulled on the ground to first, fielded by Ibarra. He races to first base and wins the foot race on Dunhurst, and there's 2 outs. So maybe you combine the 4 relievers used yesterday, how well Rissy is going right now, and facing the bottom of the lineup, you just give him maybe a little bit more leash than you usually would. First pitch to B.Y. Choi is a breaking ball outside, ball 1. Because Johnson, the leadoff man on deck, and it would be the 4th time he's facing Rissy. 1-0. Choi takes, that looked good. It's just low with the fastball, and Calora wants to challenge. Come on, Modesto press box.
Oakland's challenging the last call. The last call has been overturned to a strike. Oakland retains its last challenge.
Calora is correct with the challenge. He gets it right on a breaking ball that did hit the bottom of the strike zone. It's 1-1. The pitch. Breaking ball. That's a called strike on the low outside corner. 1-2. Aiden Rissy trying to pitch 7 innings for the first time this season. He's 1 strike away. This is already a season high 6 2/3 innings for the former San Francisco Don. 4-3 Roadsters. Base is empty, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. The 1-2 from Rissy. Choi hits a pop-up. Shallow right field. O'Sullivan, the second baseman, can't make the catch. He tried to make it over the shoulder grab, but it bounces in front of Santos. And it's a 2-out single for Choi. His 3rd hit of the game. And now what does Aaron Miles decide to do? And he's staying in the dugout. Osiris Johnson will hit for a 4th time against Rissy. First pitch is lined down the left field line into the corner. Foul. I mean, I can't recall an Oakland starter this year that has faced the lineup for a 4th time in the game. But Aiden Rissy is staying in here to face Johnson, who's 1 for 3 with a RBI double in the 3rd. Spin, throw to first. And Choi dives in safely. Right now, Rissy had 108 pitches on the night. By far a season high. 0-1. Johnson fouls it back into the screen. 0-2. Well, he thought he was emptying the tank in the 6th. I don't know what other gear he had to turn to here in the 7th, but he is going into overdrive here, trying to complete 7. Now time is called by Johnson. Full pedal to the metal here for Rissy as he tries to complete 7 innings for the first time this year. Is 0-2. Is popped foul over towards first. Fastball velo still sitting in the low 90s. On deck is Tyler Williams. No balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. Johnson chops it foul down the third base line. No balls, 2 strikes. Rissy is set at the belt. Is 0-2. Is popped up. Playable on the left side. Allgaier crosses into foul ground. He makes the catch. And the inning is over. 7 innings in the books for Aiden Rissy. And the Ballers will hit when we return in the 8th. It is 4-3 Roadsters here on Ballers Radio.
1375 or visit them at www.
Aiden Rissy completes the second longest start by a baller this year. 7 innings of 4-run ball. He keeps the Ballers in the game. Oakland down by a run, 4-3 on the Roadsters as we head to the 8th. And Modesto dips into its bullpen for the first time tonight. It's the left-hander Johan Castillo in for, I guess, Alex Leach, who is probably the acting manager now that JT Snow has been ejected. Eastside takes a first pitch strike down the middle. It's 0-1. Castillo makes his 13th appearance of the year. The pitch is grounded foul towards first into the dugout of Modesto, 0-2. 3-1 record, a 3.77 ERA. He has struck out 34 batters in 28 2/3 innings. And he's coming off an outing on Sunday where he struck out 7 ballers in 4 innings of long relief. The 0-2 to Santos is swung on a miss, strike 3. And he stared at Santos after striking him out. That was a bit odd. He stared at him for a good couple of seconds after Isai struck out and just kind of watched him exit the batter circle and head back to the dugout. 1 away for Jake Allgaier, who's batting now from the right side. First pitch. Fastball outside corner, called a strike. 0-1. The final line for Hernandez today was a good one. The pitch. Allgaier hits a line drive into center field. Williams charges in to make the catch. 2 down for Calora. And Calora's not going to hit. Noah Blythe will hit in place of Calora as the pinch hitter. Hernandez went 7 innings, 3 runs allowed on 6 hits with 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. He is in line for the win if the Roadsters can hang on. So Blythe to pinch hit for Calora. Does not mean Calora is out of the game. It's just Blythe is going to be used here for this one pinch hit scenario. First pitch to the righty. Fastball is low for ball 1. Blythe did not start yesterday. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He chases a breaking ball outside, 1-1. Noah hitting .330. 5 home runs, 23 runs batted in for the first-year baller. Castillo winds and throws. Blythe hits a ground ball to third. It's bobbled by Handren. He picks it up, throws to first, just in time to get Blythe. I don't know how Handren recovered after juggling the ball. He had to wait for the ball to fall back into his glove before ripping a throw across the diamond just in the nick of time to get Blythe. And the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Oakland trying to keep it a 1-run game. It's 4-3 Roadsters here on Ballers Radio.
your raffle tickets out now. We're looking for the last 4 digits of 7.
Bottom 8
4.
here from Modesto. Roadsters lead 4-3 on the Ballers. Oakland looking to keep it a 1-run game before they head to the 9th. And it's a call to the bullpen for Oakland. First time tonight after a 7-inning start from Aiden Rissy, the second longest start by a Baller this year. And it's Michael Riley who takes the hill. And on the first pitch, he drills Tyler Williams in the back or near the front left shoulder, and he puts him on base. Not exactly what Riley was hoping to do, as the right-hander appears for a 7th time this year. 15 2/3 innings. He has struck out 18 and walked 13. Max Handren, the batter. Williams does have speed. First pitch. Fastball is outside, ball 1. Aiden Rissy's final line today. 7 innings, 4 runs on 9 hits with 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. 1-0. Fastball is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. That would be a start worthy of a win. But Modesto's Devin Hernandez was just a tad better. 2-0, runner goes, pitches high, throw down from Calora, the tag from Cobb, and they got him. Tyler Williams is thrown out at second, trying to swipe the bag, and Jaden Calora with a perfect throw, chest high to Cobb, who slapped the tag on Williams for the first down of the 8th. It helped that it was a high pitch. It looked like a fastball up in the zone, so Calora almost threw him out like it was a pitch out. 1 out. The 3-0 to Handren is inside. Ball 4. So the pitch that he ran on was a ball 3, and just like that, another base runner on for Modesto, this time with 1 out for Liniak. Liniak digs in, first pitch. Breaking ball is high, ball 1, and Calora wants to talk with Riley, as Riley has not delivered a strike yet. Five pitches, and Riley has not thrown a strike. So that's why Calora just went out to talk to him. Liniak is 0 for 3. He has grounded out twice and struck out swinging. The 1-0. Liniak takes a fastball low and in. 2 balls, no strikes. That was a better miss, but still a ball. And he's still looking for his first strike. A hit by pitch and 6 straight balls. The pitch. Fastball is inside. 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0. Here it is. And a fastball taken down the middle for a strike. It's 3-1. Three and one on Liniak. And the pitch. Liniak pulls it foul down the left field line. It's 3-2. Now, I will say, this is just an observation, not an excuse, but the bullpen mound, the visiting bullpen mound, is significantly steep. It's like a mountain in left field. Much steeper than the actual mound on the field. So I wonder if Riley is just trying to adjust to that in real time. He spins and throws to first. I mean, I don't think I've quite seen a mound as steep and as hilly as the visiting mound of the bullpen here in Modesto. Full count, 1 out. The pitch. Fastball high, ball 4.
to the plate, number 1, Jacob.
Jim Dietrich, the pitching coach, is going to make a mound visit. And I think they want to get somebody warm out in left field. While they talk, let's take one last look at some scores around the Pioneer League. Billings and Missoula tied at 10 in the rain delay in the 6th, and it still remains in a rain delay. They're actually going to resume the game at 10:30 Mountain Time, so that's just in about 8 minutes. Range Riders take down the Mobiles of Red Pocket 2-1. Boise wins it 8-9 over Ogden in a game that was tied 8-8, and Boise walked it off in the bottom of the 9th on a Tyler Best sacrifice fly to center to score Michael O'Hara. Idaho Falls wins 14-13 over Great Falls. Another barn burner of a game where Idaho Falls walked off Great Falls on a Garrett Ostrander RBI single. Mound visit over. Here is Lejewski. First pitch is a strike, a fastball on the lower inside corner, 0-1. Yuba Sutter is blowing out Long Beach 11-1 in the top of the 8th. 0-1 pitch from Riley. Breaking ball, called a strike. Those have been his 2 best pitches of the day. It's 0-2. Andrins at second, Liniak at first. 4-3 Modesto. Ballers trying to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch in the dirt, and a heck of a block from Calora as he got down and used the chest protector there. 1-2. A 1-run game, you still feel good about your chances heading into the 9th. Even a 2-run game, you still feel okay. Once it gets to 3 runs and over, that's where it gets more difficult. And the hope starts to fade a bit. 1-2. In the dirt, it goes to the backstop, and that allows both men to advance. That did not help. I think Riley was just trying to deliver something a little too firm, and it skipped way outside and in the dirt. So now the infield is drawn in for Oakland. That changes the whole situation. The 2-2 to Lejewski. Breaking ball, whacked. Deep left field. Druick leaps. It's over his head. It rolls to the wall, and that will score 2. Handren scores. Liniak scores. And Lejewski has driven in a pair with a double to left field. And it's now a 6-3 Roadsters lead. Just 1 free base through the first 7 innings. And in this 8th alone, there have been 4 free bases. And Lejewski punishes Oakland with a 2-run double to left. 1 out for Cannon. First pitch. Fastball is outside, ball 1. Now, Oakland did come back from 3 runs yesterday, but will they be able to repeat that 24 hours later? Pitch to Cannon is popped up foul over towards third. It's 1-1. This has been, for the most part, a very well-pitched game. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Cannon takes a breaker low in the dirt, 2-1. The Ballers bullpen is active in left field. Again, my vantage point here behind the plate does not offer me a very clear view of the bullpen in left, so I don't know who's warming up. The 2-1. Cannon swings and misses at a breaking ball that I think was a mistake, left up in the zone, but he swung underneath it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. By the way, Lejiski now with 3 hits today and 3 runs batted in. 1 out, 8th inning. 2-2. Cannon strikes out swinging on the fastball.
Coming to the plate, number
2 outs for Justin Boyd. 3 runs is not impossible, but it's going to be difficult to do it again for a second straight night. 1 more run could possibly put this game away for the Roadsters if Boyd can bring home Lejiski. First pitch. Bounced foul into the third base side netting for strike 1. Modesto 6, Oakland 3. Oakland will have Ibarra, Buford, and Druick due up in the 9th. 0-1. Boyd takes a breaking ball outside. It's 1-1. Riley in his rookie year out of Cal State Bakersfield. 1-1. Boyd grounds it foul down the third base line, 1-2. He started out this year as a member of the Tri-City Valley Cats in the Frontier League and then was traded to Oakland last weekend of May in exchange for a player to be named later. He's been used in a multitude of roles as a starter, long reliever, and now here in the 8th. The pitch. Boyd takes it, breaking ball outside. It's 2-2. Scottsdale, Arizona native, 24 years of age. 2-run double from Lejiski has made it a 3-run Modesto lead. Riley's 2-2. Fastball is on the outside corner, called strike 3. Modesto has 1 challenge left, and Boyd is going to use it here.
The previous call has been confirmed. Modesto has lost its last challenge. This is brought to you by Red Bull.
So Boyd loses the challenge. It was indeed a strike on the outside corner, and the inning is over. All right. It's a 3-run lead for the Roadsters. Oakland needs 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead. We'll look to do it for a second straight night when we return. 9th inning coming up here on Ballers Radio. Well, if Oakland wants to extend this ball game, they will need to mount another 3-run comeback for a second straight night. Oakland is down by 3 runs as we enter the 9th. Modesto 3 outs away from evening this series a game apiece, and Johan Castillo, one of their best relievers, is looking to close things out. First pitch to Ibarra is a fastball high, ball 1. 6-3 Modesto. Ibarra, Buford, and Druick, the first 3 to face Castillo. Left on left, the 1-0. Breaking ball on the outside corner, called strike one. 1-1 on Ibarra. Oakland has one challenge left. Modesto has no challenges left. Castillo pitched a 1-2-3 eighth. His pitch, fastball, outside corner, strike two called. 1-2. Castillo has been money for Modesto much of this year. Can Oakland find an answer against him? From the windup, the 1-2. Fastball high and outside, 2-2. Ibarra is 1 for 2 with the single in the first, a walk and a run scored in the fourth. 2-2. He goes down swinging on a high breaking ball. Strike three. One out for Buford.
Coming to the plate, number 21, Cam Buford.
And this is a save situation for Castillo, given that he entered the game in the eighth, holding a one-run lead. First pitch, Buford swings and misses at a changeup for strike one. I mean, he is mixing up the off speeds really well. Slider's good, changeup's good. 0-1. Buford takes a fastball on the outside for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes. Cam's 1 for 3. Castillo turns, fires. Strike three swinging. He got him on a changeup. He's making quick work of these ballers hitters. And you can just tell with the confidence that he has off the mound. Nick Leahy will bat for Davis Druick here in the 7 spot. It's a right-handed bat versus a left-handed arm. Last chance for Oakland. First pitch, Leahy takes a fastball outside, ball one. The pitch, swing and a miss on a changeup. 1-1. Got the start yesterday. Went 0 for 4. 1-1. Fastball, low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch. Leahy hits a shallow fly ball to left center field, and the left fielder Liniak makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Behind a great start from Devin Hernandez and 2 perfect frames of relief from Johan Castillo, Modesto has evened the series a game apiece as they win it 6-3 over Oakland on this Wednesday night, setting up a rubber match for the second straight series between these two. Final score, Modesto 6, Oakland 3. Ballers postgame show is coming up right after this. Welcome back to Modesto here from Modern Woodman Field. The Roadsters have evened up this series 1 game apiece as they defeat the Ballers by a final of 6-3 on this Wednesday night. 6-3 the final. Modesto wins. This is the Ballers postgame show as we break down the box score and recap how all of this went down after Oakland last night won in a thriller in the knockout round win where Tremaine Cobb took over, and the Roadsters were able to neutralize Cobb and the Bats after the 4th inning. Oakland was the first to score, though, against the right-handed starter, Devin Hernandez. Just 3 batters in, Jake Allgaier hit a 2-run home run to left center field that traveled 428 feet. And Oakland led 2-0 at the end of 1. Aiden Rissy got the start for the Ballers. Modesto would score 4 runs against him from the through the 4th innings. Bryce Cannon hit a 1-out double to left to bring home Jacob Lejiski from first base. And then a RBI double from Osiris Johnson with 1 out, tied the score at 2 before Tyler Williams launched a deep fly ball to right center, well over the wall at 431 feet. And that put Modesto up 3-2 at the end of 3. But Oakland would tie the score in the 4th with a rally of their own. Ibarra led off the frame with a walk. Buford singled him to second, and then Druick singled both runners an extra 90 feet. And one of the newcomers, Brendan O'Sullivan, hit a sacrifice fly to center for his first pro RBI. And it brought home Ibarra from third base, and it tied the score at 3. Unfortunately, that tied score would not last very long because in the bottom of the 4th, with 1 out, Lejiski teed off against Rissy by digging out a breaking ball low in the zone down the left field line for a go-ahead solo homer. After 4 innings of play, Modesto led by 1, 4-3, and the pitchers just dueled it out, the starters, for the next several frames. Hernandez would sit down at one point the next 10 in a row before giving up a 2-out infield single to TJ McKenzie. Cobb, though, grounded out to end the frame, and that would complete Hernandez's start. 7 innings of 3-run ball, 6 hits allowed, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. And Aiden Rissy, who I thought would just end at the end of the 6th inning after getting Bryce Cannon to fly out to left, but no, he pushed through and pitched 7 innings. Choi hit a single with 2 outs in the 7th, but he got Johnson to foul out to third, and that completed a 7-inning start for Aiden Rissy. His final line today, 7 innings of 4-run ball, 9 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. And unfortunately for Rissy, he's the losing pitcher in this one, and the winning pitcher goes to Devin Hernandez, even though Rissy laid it out there all out on the mound. 112 pitches, a season high. The 7 innings pitched, a season high, and the second longest start by a baller this season. Modesto, ahead by just 1, would make it tougher for Oakland to come back in the 9th with 2 runs across against Michael Riley. Free bases weren't much of a concern through the first 7 innings of the game, but a hit by pitch, 2 walks, and a wild pitch put men on second and third with 1 out for Lejiski. And he delivered his 3rd hit of the game with a double to left field over Davis Druick's head. And that scored Handren and Liniak to make it a 6-3 Roadsters lead. And Johan Castillo was brilliant again in relief with 2 perfect innings and 2 strikeouts. And Modesto takes game 2 of the series 6-3. And they even this series a game apiece. So this is it's a very similar script to how the last series played out, but back at Raimondi Park. Oakland won the first game in the thriller. Modesto answered in game 2, and now game 3 will be another rubber match tomorrow night. Final score, Modesto 6, Oakland 3. The final totals in this one, Oakland scored just 3 runs on 6 hits with no errors. They stranded 4 on base. Modesto 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They also stranded 4 on base. The winning pitcher is Devin Hernandez. He collects his second win of the season. He's now 2-1, and it's a tough luck loss for Aiden Rissy, who falls to 1-4. And Johan Castillo picks up the save. It's his first of the year in a game that lasted just 2 hours and 25 minutes. Wow. In front of this crowd is 625 here at Modern Woodman Field. Coming up next, we'll take a look one last time at some scores around the Pioneer League and around Major League Baseball. That's all coming up next when the Ballers postgame show continues here on Ballers Radio. Back here on the Ballers postgame show as we wrap things up on this Wednesday night here in the Central Valley. Final score again, Modesto 6, Oakland 3. Ballers now fall to 14-18 on the regular season, and Modesto improves to 19-13. Scores around the Pioneer League. The Missoula Billings game has resumed after a long weather delay, and the Paddleheads have taken a 12-10 lead on Billings in the top of the 7th. Glacier in the pitcher's duel outlasts Red Pocket 2-1. Boise walks off Ogden 9-8. Idaho Falls walks off Great Falls 14-13. Yuba Sutter leads 11-5 on Long Beach in the top of the 8th. Those are your scores around the Pioneer League tonight. Last but not least, scores around Major League Baseball. The Giants come from behind to win 2-1 thanks to a Victor Barracoda walk-off homer, a 2-run shot for the rookie in the bottom of the 9th to take down the Athletics 2-1. Angels walk off the Orioles 7-6 in 10. The Marlins defeat the Rangers 4-2. Cubs win 10-3 on the Mets. Guardians defeat the White Sox in 10, 4-3. Rockies 8-6 winners over the Red Sox. Rays defeat the Royals 5-3. Pirates blow out the Mariners 11-1. Yankees take down Tarek Skubal and the Tigers 4-2 from Detroit. Phillies are 1-run winners over the Nationals 5-4. Astros are 2-run winners over the Blue Jays 3-1. And I guess Cubs and Mets, they played a doubleheader. So Cubs sweep the doubleheader as they win 10-5 in the second game. Brewers win 6-5 over the Reds. Dodgers defeat the Twins 4-3. D-backs defeat the Cardinals 9-4. And last but not least, the Padres defeat the Braves 5-2. Let's take a look at tomorrow night's matchup. It'll be a second straight rubber match for Oakland as they will send the right-hander Charlie Hurley to the mound for the Ballers as they look for a Road Series victory for a second straight Road Series. First pitch tomorrow is at 7:11 p.m. here from Modern Woodman Field. We'll have the Ballers pregame show beginning at 6:55 p.m. right here on the Ballers YouTube channel and on the Home Team Network. Hope you can tune in as Oakland looks for the series win in the rubber match tomorrow night before we return home to take on the Yuba Southern Freebirds back at Raimondi Park for the weekend series. Hope you can tune in again tomorrow. First pitch at 7:11. Ballers and Roadsters. Ballers pregame will begin at 6:55. That's going to do things for us here from Modesto. For Tyler Peterson, I'm Gareth Clark saying so long. Thanks for tuning in. This has been a presentation of Oakland Ballers Baseball here on Ballers Radio. Again, the final score, Modesto 6, Oakland 3. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. We'll talk to you all tomorrow. But until then, so long, everybody.